Hello and welcome to another battle report. This one will be a domination match. Me playing Beastmen versus Logic playing the Warriors of Chaos. This was actually one of our training matches in which Logic is my coach. Trying to get a feel for all of the factions, so we're doing Beastmen versus Warriors of Chaos here. We talked a bit about builds, possibilities of what each could bring, and then we decided to see where this all goes. This is, by the way, in the 2.0 patch, so a bit of shade still very good. But I didn't want to lean on that, so I actually brought a Wildcaster because it has some good spells. So looking at his build, I'm thinking, okay, Festus with the Modus Engine and the heals, and then this one. I thought this is a Lord, so let's try and get out this one very fast. So that will be my focus. I'm seeing he's going for this. This is kind of like the side point. And let's speed it up because there's not going to be a lot of action in the first. I decide to engage this. Let's see how that goes. The first moment he takes slightly more damage. I try to walk out because it's going to be a 2-on-1. But I don't manage to get out quite that fast. Lots of units getting stuck, meaning they actually ride off quite early. And right here he's having a little bit of a value lead, so he doesn't really have to trade anymore. So he just decides to go back and wait for other engagement while he's still ahead. This also forces me to reinforce this position, meaning I have less here. While the cap's open, I set up shop here. What I really should have been doing is setting up. Can I select this? You don't really see it, but this is the line. Set it up at the edge. So when I push him off, he doesn't have a lot on the victory point. Now I have this, but he should be able to reclaim it pretty easily when we get started. But right here I'm thinking this one isn't powered up yet, so let's take it down as fast as we can. Needs to have deaths in the vicinity first, so I figure if I take it down really quickly it won't be able to get that. So I have my Lord buffed up, pretty high weapon damage, and the core build as well after him. Oh, he's poisoned, right? What else is... Yeah, the pestilence poisons, that's a shame, but still it's going down rather quickly, so that's in my advantage. But like I said, I allow him to move on this cap way too much. And therefore he's taking this one, he has this one, and I just have that one. So not accruing a lot of points. My shaman is actually stuck, surrounded by the Chaos Warriors. He's not pulling in this because they'll just blow up. Probably could have gotten these to reinforce quicker. So I decide to do sneaky back cap in the meanwhile. This takes way too long to finish off, I think. He also had a Fleshy Abundance casted on him. Once I'm not letting my caster die too early and actually getting him the hell out. Which does mean he gets to chase it, of course. Oh, nice Scream of Corruption on Rekijan of Renounce. This could have gone in a bit more directly though. He still had a good capture weight in this patch, and now he's just reinforcing on this. And I'm forced to pulling a lot here. My harpies are way too far back. And yeah, about 4 minutes until this broke. Well, as I discussed after the match with him, this is like 11k health, 60 armor, physical resistance. Festus has like half the HP, half the armor, no physical resistance, so I really should have been on him. I probably could have broken that quite early. This is still in my favor, actually. Oh, this went a lot better than I expected it would go. Can't have it like this for too long though, or I'll lose the point. I am backcapping. Well, a bit of a brace scream. And here I'm trying to get the characters back on Festus, but my lord is blocked. And here I'm trying to summon in what I can to get him off my point. Here you see I make... Oh, the centaurs are going all the way to the corner, which is very bad. Should be here. Luckily I have these coming back to deal with those. I did not manage to cap this. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's probably because I saw us when I was snoping out there. Now, I do get the Gorbel on him, but sadly I haven't got the focus to take my Doom Ball up in his business. It's actually has some modus effect now, and it's coming in. Wasn't really able to chase it off effectively, and I'm still in control of this point. But I'm not in control of these. So I probably should have just gotten rid of this one and concentrated on here more. It's like 3 units fighting over this cap, but they really shouldn't be. Oh, there should have probably been. I will probably write it off then, that's why I didn't have them on here anymore. These are kind of a bit tracked, so I'm trying to get rid of them, but I probably should be giving my wizard off as he's getting low. And he's just stuck fighting infantry for the whole match, so that's not a good use of him. Trying to get these dogs separated from the pack, so maybe I can get on there later. Trying my best to cycle charge with these to get some value. Poor butchers probably haven't. Oh, they've actually done quite well, paid for themselves. Probably waiting here to get regenerated. Now they should also be attacking something like the centaurs are, probably together because now they might get picked off to a 1, or either that or the centaurs are. Units here, units there that are not doing much. So that's all. That all still has room for improvement. Could actually be trying to do another backup. Oh, and as you see here, he also has some units not doing anything. And I'm massively fighting on this point while he's actually outnumbering me, so that's bad. And the Minotaurs that have been standing still for all this time will now probably get attacked and torn up by those. What's the leadership penalty for damage sustained, flanks, okay. Good to know. I'm summoning in a lot here because I see him summoning here, which prevents me from winning this. It's in hindsight, and after we talked about it, it's kind of a lesson for this map. These points are more important than this one. This is more like a bonus. And my units just get drowned out here by the modus effect. I do manage to actually break Festus, but there's too much here to properly see him off. Everything's just dying, and he's still on the... What effect is he on? I think the draining part. Here you go. I do get him quite low. Smacking him about. Which is cool, but there's like all these stuff here. And he's even taking this point, which means I'll probably be... Oh, I did manage to get this one. I did get the Lord? Oh, I forgot about that. That's odd. I think that's actually a replay bug. Because I'm pretty sure we talked about him not dying, so I'm not sure why this is one here. Maybe that's... I think I did in the actual game write off this one. Oh, that's a shame. I'll be cutting the battle short now then, because this is not actually what happened. he managed to get Festus out of here, and I ended up losing in the long run anyway. But all in all, this was a training match, Logic coaching me, and it was still the lessons in his replay are still here. This one was a worse target than Festus to go for first, and I just didn't prioritize the caps very well. Let's speed up the rest. Well, you see this Doomball not doing much because he was actually trying to get Festus here, and then he got surrounded and beaten on. He's well in control of this cap. These one probably weren't over there anymore either. So yeah, I hope you learned something about this. One thing I learned just now is that you can't really trust replays once they're from a different patch. So, too bad. But still, hopefully you were able to learn some things which I discussed with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another battle report.